Hi guys, welcome to Lisandra's Kitchen. Today we are featuring these delicious lemon cookies. They are to die for. They're sugar-free, low-carb, gluten-free. You definitely don't want to miss out on this one. Stick around. First, we will start with our dry ingredients. This here is half a cup of coconut flour. Next, you will need a cup and a half of almond flour. This here is 3/4 of a cup of sweetener. You can use any sweetener of your choice. Monk fruit is a good selection. The one I'm using here is Swerve granulated. Here I've mixed together 2 teaspoons of cream of tartar, 1 teaspoon baking soda, half a teaspoon of xanthan gum, and a pinch of salt. Next you'll need 2 eggs, half a cup of butter, softened, zest from 1 whole lemon, and juice from 1 whole lemon. You could also use a teaspoon of lemon extract, which also helps boost the flavor, but me personally, I just like to add a whole lemon and it makes it just as good. All right, next we are gonna go ahead and mix in our dry ingredients into this large bowl. So we're gonna start with the almond flour. We're gonna add in the coconut flour. And then of course our little mixture of the cream of tartar, the baking soda, the xanthan gum, and of course our pinch of salt. Now we're just going to mix these together. Make sure they are well combined. Should be good there. All right, next we're going to go ahead and work on our wet ingredients. Okay, we're going to go ahead and cream together the sweetener, the eggs, the butter, we're going to add in the lemon juice, and finally we're going to add in our lemon zest. And now we're ready to roll our dough and to make our cookies. Nice ball so, and let's start making our cookies. You want to roll the dough to it's about 1 inch or so. I like to make them a little bit bigger, but this is about the best size that you'll want to get for your cookie. All right, we have them rolled. Now we're going to go ahead and just use a fork here to go ahead and do a little crisscross. Like so. Just gently press down just enough to make an indent. You're going to want to do that with all of your cookies. All right, our cookies are now ready to be put into the oven. You're going to go ahead and bake them for about 10 to 12 minutes. All right, next up, we are going to make a nice lemon glaze to top our cookies with while they finish baking for us. So we're gonna go ahead and start with 1/3 cup of the Swerve Confectioner's sweetener. We're gonna add some more lemon zest. You could do about 1 teaspoon. I again like to add a little extra to give it more of a rich flavor. And then you only need 1 teaspoon of lemon juice, but once more, I add a little bit at a time and maybe a little extra, again to give it that rich flavor. So we're gonna go ahead and start mixing it up. All right, so it's nice and combined. It's still a little bit thick, hence why I'm going to add a little bit more lemon juice. Try to thin it out a little bit. And this juice is juice from 1 lemon. Again, I do the whole lemon just because I'll add a little bit at a time depending on the consistency that I want. Okay. All right, it's definitely thinned out a little bit more. You might want to play with it a little bit because now I added too much lemon. So we're going to add a little bit more of the confectioners to it, and then we are good to go for it to glaze our cookie. All right, so our cookies are fresh out of the oven. They've been cooling for a while. I've left them on the cookie sheet just because I'm going to be using the glaze momentarily, and it can drip over. After I'm done and the glaze has set, then I'm going to go ahead and put them on the cooling rack. Again, you want to make sure that your cookies have cooled down before you apply the glaze to them. And here we go. What I do, I don't really have a set method, but I just kind of do a little bit here, a little bit there. Depending on how rich of a flavor you want, I mean, you could literally dunk them in it, and that works too. But I just kind of go over it with the fork. So we've got some of that glaze on there. And there you have it. Sugar-free, low carb, gluten-free, keto-friendly lemon cookie with a lemon glaze. Well guys, that's it for me. Thanks for tuning in. There's more recipes coming your way, so be sure to hit that subscribe, like, and share button. We will see you next time. Thanks for joining me in my kitchen.